Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Kill Team Battle Report. I'm Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa de Neil, where we are going to be fighting a 150-point battle between my Grey Knights and Neil's Daemons of Tzeentch. So the story that we've got going on here is that this is an experimental outpost in the fringe worlds that suddenly found itself under the onslaught of a demonic incursion. A distress call was sent out and intercepted by the Inquisition, and word of what was going on was quickly quieted, but a force of the Grey Knights were sent out to go take care of the situation and stop the demonic incursion, and then obviously to quiet any surviving civilians who might have observed what had happened. So that is the story that we've got going on here. We are going to be playing the Strike at the Heart match play mission from the Kill Team Annual 2019. Essentially, we have our deployment zones are on either side here on the long edges, or the short edges. We each have an objective in there called our home objective. And at the end of the game, you score 1 point for every, it's supposed to be every model, but we changed it so that it's every specialist or leader that you kill. You'll get 1 point. You'll score 1 point if you control your home objective, the objective in your deployment zone, and you will score 3 points if you control your opponent's objective at the end of the game. So it's the usual game length, so 4 rounds, then you start rolling off to see if it will end. But that is what we will have. That's the mission. That is the story. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 kill teams that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Grey Knights, my kill team will consist of, from left to right, my leader, who's a Justicar with a Force Halberd. We then have a Grey Knight Gunner with a Silencer. He will be my Heavy Specialist. We have a Grey Knight Terminator with an Incinerator and a Force Sword. He will be my Combat Specialist. We have a Demolitions Expert, which is a Grey Knight Terminator with a Silencer and a Force Sword. And last but not least, we have a Grey Knight Gunner with a Psy Cannon. And for the Daemons of Tzeentch, from left to right, we have his leader, who is an Iridescent. We then have an Icon Bearer, who will be his Comm Specialist. We have a Demolitions Expert with an Instrument of Tzeentch. We have a Veteran, who is just going to be a pink horror. And then we have 6 more pink horrors. All right, those are the kill teams. Going over deployment now. For my Grey Knights, I've got my guy with the Psy Cannon back here on the objective. I've got my leader up inside over here. And over on this side, I have my Heavy Specialist with the Silencer. My 2 Terminators are in Deep Strike, ready to come on in. For the Demons, over on this side, he's got his Comm Specialist, as well as his the 2 other pink horrors next to here. We then have his Veteran Specialist back over here. We've got his leader, so the, what is it, what's it called? What's the leader?
Iridescent.
Iridescent over on this side. And then we have his Demolitions Expert inside, and a couple other, and the pink horror, so there's 2 other in the side over there. So, that is going to be deployment for our 2 armies. We're going to roll off to see who has initiative going into turn 1. I rolled a 10, my opponent rolled a 12. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the horrors here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Daemons of Tzeentch here. These 3 over here advanced up the board on this flank over here, looking at my Heavy. Back over here, his Veteran Specialist moved over to here. This guy moved over here to stay on the objective, and this guy moved back over here. Over here, these guys, as well as a couple inside here, all advanced up the board there, taking advantage of the Instrument of Tzeentch to give them some extra length on their advances there. So that's going to be it for movement phase for the Demons here on turn 1. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Grey Knights on turn 1. Movement phase for the Grey Knights here. My leader moved up over this way, looking to take out this pink horror over on this side. My guy back here on the objective readied himself, as did my Heavy Specialist back over here. And I spent 1 CP to drop in my Demolitions Expert back over here, 5 inches from him, and 5 inches from him. And then my Combat Specialist dropped in 5 inches up here, or he's 6 inches tall here. So he's out of 5 inches of them down there. So he's going to drop in over there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the Psychic phase. So at the beginning of the Psychic phase, the Icon of Tzeentch here on a 6 will do a mortal wound to him over there. No mortal wound. And his Veteran's going to start us off in the Psychic phase. into my Demolitions Expert looking for Cybolt. Looking for 5. Goes off on a 6. I'm going to try to deny that.
Yes, you can.
Because I've got Psychers too. And I don't with a 6. Just a 6. Oof. So he will take 1 mortal wound. Now my Heavy Specialist is going to cast Cybolt into the front guy over here. That will not go off. I'm going to spend my CP to reroll that. Into a 5, which is a mortal wound there. Into them. They got, what's up?
I can deny.
Oh yeah, yep, go ahead. Here we go. Try and deny. Does not on a 3.
I'll take
so
it.
he will just pop and become 2 blues.
And
And then my leader over here is going to cast Cybolt onto that guy.
Oh, Brotherhood.
That's going to go with a 6. Or I guess it's +1. No, he gets extra.
So you can cast twice.
I can cast
I
twice.
deny twice?
Yeah, because it's a different guy.
Okay.
You're good.
Because I got a whole army of psychic.
And on a 7, you will deny it. Wait, 1 second. All right, so because my opponent, I actually get +1 to the roll there. So on mine actually became a 7 because of me being Grey Knights, which means that he just tied me and did not beat me. So it does go off. So he will be popped. It also meant over here I get +1 on Deny the Witch. So over here when I rolled the exact same, I actually did deny him since I got +1. So he is good to go. So that's going to be it for the Psychic phase. We'll come back to you with the Shooting phase. Now my Heavy Specialist is going to start us off by firing into his Pink Horrors over here with my Silencer. So it's going to be Heavy 6. So we're going to do 3 and 3. So we'll do the front and then the back one. So the front one, that's going to be 1 second. All right, that's actually only 1 hit because it's -1 because of obscuring here because the blue horrors actually block the line of sight to him. So the front guy there, this is going to be Strength 4, Toughness 4 for the Pink Horrors, right? Oh, Toughness 3. So it's going to be looking for a 3. That's a wound with a fill face. Invul 4 up. No, so it's going to do D3 damage. Doing 3 damage. And no injury rolls get taken, so it didn't make a difference. So he just pops. And then 3 shots into the Icon guy. No hits there because of the -1 for obscurement. And then this guy over here with the side cannon is going to fire into those 2 guys over there. We're going to go front one and then the back one. So the front one is a heavy force, so 2 shots into each. AP, it's going to be -1 to hit because of obscurement. The first one is going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 2s, getting 1 wound. 4 up invul. Nope. No, that's going to go through, so he will pop. And then the other guy, that's going to be 1 hit. And that's going to be 1 wound. 1 4 up save.
1 4.
No, he is going to be popping as well. All right, that was Comm Specialist. Is going to start us off in the regular part of the shooting phase into my Demolitions Expert. He's going to have 2 shots with Coruscating Flames. It's an assault weapon, and he did advance, so -1 to hit. 2 5 ups. Nope, no hits.
All right, doesn't matter.
All right, so now my guy over here, my leader, is going to fire 2 shots into each of these guys. So we're going to go with the front one first. That's going to be no hits, and the second one is going to get 1 hit. That is not a wound.
5.
And now this veteran is going to be firing into my Demolitions Expert over here, hitting on 5s because of obscurement. Nope. No hits. Now my Demolitions Expert is going to fire into his Comms Expert over here. That's going to be 1 hit because he moved with a heavy weapon. But that's going to be a wound.
Invul 4.
Invul 4 up. He's good. All right, his guy over here is going to fire into my guy up here. He's going to spend 1 CP on Mutating Flame, which makes it AP -3, which is pretty good. 2 shots hitting on 4s because he's not obscured. That's 1 hit. Strength 4, Toughness 4, 4 wound. No wound. Going to spend less CP. Going to spend a CP to reroll it. No. Shot. And this guy is now going to fire his Incinerator into the guy down here. So assault D6 shots. Oh, I don't know why I'm rolling 6. For 1 shot, here we go. That's... I'm going to spend my last CP to reroll that. And that is a wound. This is going to be looking for a 4-up invul save. No, and he will pop. And now his Iridescent is going to fire into my Incinerator guy over there. 2 shots hitting on 6s because of range and obscurement, but he gets a hit. That is not a wound. All right, so that's going to be the end of the turn here. So we do have to roll to see if he's broken because my opponent has lost 6 pink hearts. And the way it works is that the blues and the brimstones that he splits into, he never has to take an injury test. They never take injury tests, but if they are reduced to 0, they automatically split, are removed and then split if you can. Brimstones don't split. But he does have to take a nerve test, and only the pinks count towards this nerve test here. So he needs a 7 with his iridescent there. And he'll get it with a 6, so he'll be good to go. So we will come back to you. Oh no, now we have to roll to see who has initiative going to turn 2. No one even knows yet. My opponent will get an 11, so he'll come back to you after movement phase for the horrors here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the demons here on turn 2. All of these blue horrors advanced up here, jumping onto my home objective, which is pretty brutal. So I'm going to try to blow my way through all of these guys. So that didn't come out right. But whatever it is, they're going to be over here trying to hold on to that objective. Over here, these blue guys are going to be charging in a second. He is also going to be charging in a second. These guys are going to be charging in a second. These guys are going to be charging in a second. The pink guy, the pink guy's going to be charged, but he is going to move after they charge in over there. So we'll now come back to you with some charges. So now his blue horror here is going to charge into my heavy specialist. Overwatching. I did get a hit. I did get a wound. 5 up invul.
5.
He's good. Okay. So his charge distance.
Yes, he needs 5.
He needs 5 inch charge. He's in. The next guy's going to charge on in here.
Nope.
Are you sure 5 didn't get in? I think it did. 1 second. Yeah, 5 made it in. These guys back here needed the 6s. That's what he was thinking about. So the first guy over here is way in. And then into this guy, he's going to be in. This pink horror is going to fire. Oh, you got fire. He's going to charge into my demolitions expert over here. Overwatching. I get 1 hit. Ooh. I do get a wound. 4 up. Oh, no, I got a 3. Do you want to spend a CP to re-roll that, or are you going to save him? He's got the icon. 1 second.
It's just.
Yeah, my opponent's going to spend a CP to re-roll that. Looking for that 50-50. He's good. That's how you do that. And here comes his charge distance. Oh, he's in. And now this guy's going to charge into him. He cannot see him, so he cannot overwatch. Needs a 6-inch charge. And he's in. Now this blue horror is going to charge in. 7-inch charge. He's in. This blue horror needs an 8-inch charge. No, he's not going to make it. And then the pink horror would need a 10. Do you want to do that? He's going to stay there. He's going to stay back over there. And now this blue horror is going to charge into my Justicar. Overwatching. Getting a hit. That is a wound.
5.
Oh, he fails it.
All
right, so when he popped him, he was able to put him within a 1/2 inch. That actually put him in engagement range of my guy. We looked it up. There's no rule about putting them in engagement range. They just don't count as having charge. So he'll have to fight in the regular fight phase. But now he's engaged. So now this other blue heart can charge without having to fear about being he needs a 4-inch charge to get in. And look like that, he's in. End of the movement phase for the Grey Knights as well. He's just going to ready himself, and everyone else got engaged in combat. So mazel to them, and cannot move. So that's where they're going to be. So we're going to now move on to the psychic phase. At the beginning of the psychic phase, his icon is going to go first there.
Nope.
Does not on a 6.
Okay. Cast on you.
All right, so one of the blues over here, doesn't really make a difference, is going to be casting Cybolt into my dude bro. That will go off on a 10.
Deny +1.
I will deny +1, so I need to roll a 10 to deny this. And I will not. So, injury roll here. On a 2, he will have a flesh wound. Do you want to spend your CP to re-roll that?
Why not?
Here we go. Different phase. May as well. No, he will take a flesh wound. My demolitions guy is going to Cybolt into his comms. That will go off on a 5 because I get +1. So my opponent needs to roll a 6.
Get denials on Egypt.
No, does not. So he will pop. And then my Justicar is going to try to pop the blue over there. He gets it on a 6, so his denial over here. Looking for, 6, so it becomes a 7. Looking for an 8. No, close.
Again,
into the fight phase. Shooting fight phase. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Shooting phase. My heavy. This guy over here is going to fire his heavy weapon, a side cannon, into these guys. He's going to put 1 shot, 2 shots, 1 shot. So we're going to go the 2 into the back guy. That is going to be 2 hits. That is 2 wounds. Looking for 2 5-up invul saves.
Nope.
No, so he will pop. All right, so here's an interesting thing that happened. I popped him, which turned into this guy. So he placed a brimstone within a 1/2 inch of his blue horror that got killed, and now he's within an inch of my guy. So we declared all the shots, and we think they can all still get the shots off. Let me know if you see anything that would countermand that these don't happen. But we're gonna play it that he can still get the shots off, but let me know otherwise. So Now we'll just go onto the left guy over here with his one shot. Not going to be a hit. And onto the right guy. Is going to be a hit. Is going to be a wound.
Nope.
And not going to be safe, so that's another pop guy. All right, so into the fight phase, we're going to start with this veteran over here attacking into my combat specialist. So he's going to have his one attack here, hitting on 4. That's not a hit. And then the blue is also going to attack. I don't know why I stopped there. Yep, that is a hit. And now his, what's his strength? 2, so looking for a 6 to wound. No. And we're going to do all 4 of these blues into my heavy specialist because they did charge, so they can count, but we're gonna roll. All of these things can cause injury rolls in and of themselves. So we're gonna go for the first one here, or all of them here.
All on 4s.
Hitting on 4s. All right, so it's gonna be 1 hit, and then
strength 2.
Strength 2, so wounding on 6. No, nothing there.
So this is a brim.
All right, so those 2 brims are in there. So we're gonna go with the first brim. He's gonna have 2 attacks
4s.
in a regular fight phase, getting 1 hit, looking for a 6 to wound. No wound. All right, my Justicar is going to have 2 attacks. He's going to put 1 into each. So we're going to go with the one on the left there, hitting on a 3. That's a hit with a fill face. Their toughness 3, so 3 to wound. That is a wound. Invul 6?
Nope.
No, so he is going to be dead. And then the next one is not going to be a hit. And we're going to go with the other brim over here. No hits. And my Demolitions guy over here is going to put 1 into each of those guys. So the first one, it's not going to be a hit. The second one is going to be a hit. That's going to be a wound. He's got a 5 up invul save on the blue horror. No, so he will pop. And then the brim over here.
4s.
4s to hit. 1 hit. 6s. No, nothing. My heavy specialist is going to attack. That's going to be a hit. That is a wound with a fill face. 5.
Nope.
No. Brim over here. They did pop from that guy's going to go. That's going to be 1 hit.
6 again.
6 to wound. No. Now this guy's going to attack over here. That's a hit. That is a wound with a fill face. And here comes his save, looking for a 6 up. No. We got the blue over here.
Nope.
That's not a hit. And then up here, we're going to put 1 into each. So we'll go to the blue first. Not a hit. And then the pink is a hit. It's not a wound, though.
Fall check.
He does have a fall check to take, though, on a 1. No, he good. And then the brim over here into my Justicar. That's going to be 2 hits. He needs that again, though. No. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for the turn here on turn 2. My opponent is going to have to roll for a break test here. Needing a 7 again. And he's good with that double 1. So we will come back to... Oh, no, we'll roll again now to see who has initiative going into turn 3. I rolled a 7. My opponent rolled a 7. So re-roll. I rolled a 4. My opponent rolled a 7. So he will go first. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Demons of Tzeentch here on turn 3. All right, so everyone that's already in combat is going to stay in combat, but we do have some charges. He is going to charge into my Justicar, who is engaged right now, so he cannot fire Overwatch. So here comes the charge distance.
7.
He's a 7. Gets it with an 8. And now these blues are going to charge, so we're going to go with that one over there.
Not like they can fail, but don't
Makes
fail.
that one, and then the other one over there, may as well roll it. They're good.
Okay.
All right, moving phase for the Grey Knights. He stayed in combat over here. My heavy stayed in combat over here. And these 2 guys, my Terminators, fell back out of combat over here and then down over here. Otherwise, I was just going to get caught up and there's nothing I could do. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, so this blue horror here is going to start us off with the Psychic phase with a Psybolt. That's going to go off on a 10. I'm going to need to roll a 10 because I get +1. I do not. So injury roll +1 because he's already got a flesh wound. Oh, you want to spend a CP to re-roll that?
Oh, yeah. Come on, go away.
And on a 4, he's gone. All right, so now my leader over here is going to smite. Is going to Psybolt into his iridescent. That will go off on a 7 because I get the +1. Looking for an 8. Denied. And then my heavy's going to Psybolt into one of those blues. That will go off on a 7. So you need an 8 again.
All right.
Oh, double 6s. That's how you do that. So into the shooting phase, his pink horror here is going to fire into my Terminator over here. He's going to be -1 to hit because of obscurement over there. So he's going to have 2 shots here. These are going to be hitting on 5s because of obscurement. Coruscating Flame. 2 hits. Strength user, right? So it's strength 3. So looking for 5s to wound. That's a wound. AP nothing, so 2 up save. He's good with a fill phase. Woo! And then this guy's gonna fire into my demolitions expert. 2 hits on 4s.
Yep.
2 hits. That's gonna be no. He's strength 3, right?
Yeah.
His toughness 4.
Oh, no.
So no wounds. All right, so into the fight phase here. His iridescent charge, so he'll get to go first. 2 attacks. 4s. That's 2 hits. Looking for 5s to wound. No wound. And now the Brim over here are gonna attack. 2 attacks. That's gonna be 1 hit. Looking for a 6 again to wound. No wound. And now my heavy is gonna attack one of these blues. That's not a hit. And now his Brim's gonna attack into my heavy over here. That's gonna be 1 hit. No wound. I'm gonna put 1 and 1. So 1 into the Brim and 1 into the pink. So we're gonna do the Brim first. That's not a hit. Into the pink. That is a hit. That is a wound. Tough 3. Invul 4 up. He's good. Oh. And then he's got the 3 blues on my heavy over here. That's gonna be 2 hits. No wounds. And that's the end of turn 3 here. So we do have a break test for the demons. Looking for 7, and he's good with a 5. Oh man, killer. So that is going to be it for the turn here. So we will now roll to see who will have initiative going into turn 4, the possible last round. I get it with a 7, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Grey Knights here on turn 4. Movement phase, my leader fell back out of combat over this way. Over here, my heavy stayed in combat. And over here, these guys moved up closer to the objective over here. So that's gonna be it for the movement phase for the Grey Knights. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the demons. Movement phase, his Brimstone fell back even though he wasn't engaged when he moved. He was engaged at the beginning of the turn. And his iridescent stayed still over here, looking onto my leader over there. These guys over here just consolidated basically onto the objective. These guys around my heavy stayed in combat, and everyone else is pretty much going to charge. So what do you want to do first? Where do you want to go first? 1 second.
I can burn a room.
All right, so his blue horror here is going to start because my combat specialist cannot see him because we decided that the grates in the floor, you can't just see through them. So he's going to be looking up at him. So he's just going to charge right down. He needs a 6-inch charge to make it. Oh, he's in.
So he can't do anything.
Blue horror is going to charge into my combat specialist as well.
Can't fail.
He's in. This pink horror is going to charge into my demolitions expert. Overwatch, because he can see him. Getting a hit. Wounding on a 3. Actually, wounding on a 2 because he is obscured and he's demolitions expert. So that's going to be a wound. He's got a 4 up invul. He's good. 6-inch charge. Oh, we're going to spend a CP to reroll it. Oh, still doesn't make it.
Failure. Not gonna.
All right, he just went down, did the direct movement down to there.
All right.
Now the blue horror is going to charge into my demolitions expert. Overwatch. Do you get a hit? That's not a wound though. Here comes his charge.
8, no reroll. Fail.
No. And now the Brim is going to charge in as well. Overwatch. No hits there.
9, no reroll.
9-inch charge. No. First psychic here. My heavy is going to try to pop one of these blues. He will on a 9. Deny. No, that will pop one. And now his blue horror is going to psych into my guy over here. No, will not go off. Opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll that. That will go off with a 7. I need to roll a 7 because I get +1. I do not. So he takes a not a flesh wound, he takes a wound. And now he's going to smite into the front guy over here. Or side bolt. That will go off on an 8, so we need a 9 to deny. Will not, so you will pop. Alright, so my demolitions expert here is going to fire into his pink horror over there. 4 shots, hitting on 4s because he's obscured. Actually hitting on 5s because he also moved. So 1 hit. That is not a wound. Is a wound because he's demolitions and he's obscured, so he does get that wound in there. 4 up invul save. No, he's going to fail that, so he will pop. All right, so now his iridescent here is going to shoot into my Justicar over there. 2 shots, hitting on 4s. That's 2 hits, looking for 6s. No wound. Wait. Yeah, that 5's a wound, actually. So, because he's strength 3, toughness 4. So, looking for a 3-up save. I make it.
Wow.
All right, into the fight phase. This blue horror will go first as a charger. Hitting on a 4. No hit. All right, so over here, I'm going to put 1 attack into the brim and 2 attacks into the blue. So the 2 into the blue. That's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be 2 wounds.
5.
2 5-up saves. No, he fails 1. He's going to pop. And then 1 attack into the brimstone. That's a hit. That's a wound with a fell face. And here comes his 6-up save. No, he did. All right, so now the brimstone over here is going to attack into my heavy specialist. That's 2 hits. 6 is the wound. Gets a wound. 3-up save. And he's good. And then he's going to attack into the brimstone over here. That's not a hit. Now the other brim into my heavy is going to attack. That's going to be 2 hits. 6 is 1 wound. Oh no, he failed that save. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's good. And then we got the 2 blues. We'll roll those.
Get out of the way.
Getting 1 hit.
Here we go. No.
That is not a wound. All right, so that's going to be the end of turn 4 here. We do have to roll to see if the demons are broken like we have on every turn here. So here comes his leadership test. There's still pinks on there, so he's got leadership 7. He's good once again. So we will now roll to see if the game ends here on the end of turn 4. Here we go. On a 6, it's going to go on to a turn 5. All right, so now we're going to roll off to see who has initiative here on turn 5. I got an 8. My opponent gets a 9, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the demons here on turn 5. All right, into the movement phase for the demons here. Everyone who's engaged in combat is going to stay in combat. And over here, the brimstone is going to charge into my Justicar. So here we go. Rolling for Overwatch. Getting a hit. That is a wound. 6-up save. No, he will pop.
Oh, crap.
And over here, now his Iridescent's going to charge in. Overwatching. Getting no hits there. 5-inch charge. He's in. His Brimstone Horror is going to charge into my Demolitions Expert. Overwatch. I do get 2 hits. I get Toughness 3, so 1 wound. 1 wound. 6 up. No, he will pop. Now the Blue Horror is going to charge on in. I will get 1 hit. 1 wound.
5.
He's good though.
All right, well,
and here comes his charge distance. Oh, he's in. That's too close, but he's in.
all right.
Now his pink card is going to charge into my combat specialist over here. He's in with an 8. All right, that also answers the Grey Knight's move since I can't fall back out of combat to the ones that I got charged. And this guy over here, my opponent has been kept wrapped around and I cannot get him out of combat. So that's the end of the movement phase. So we'll now move on to the psychic phase. All right, the pink card is going to start us off using Cybolt into my combat specialist over there. Looking for 5. Gets it with a 9. I need to roll a 9 to deny. Oh, and I do!
Wow.
Woo! I'm going to do it right back at him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, with the double 6s. Shoot! I have to spend a CP to re-roll it because I do not want to perils there. And on a 10, it'll go through. You can deny on an 11.
11 or 12. Come on.
No, he will not deny. So that pink card pops into 2 blues.
Actually,
And then my Justicar is going to pop. They're going to try to pop his iridescent over there. So that's going to go off on a 10. All right, he's going to need to roll an 11. He does not, so he is popped. All right, into the fight phase. All that's left for, that count as charges because the blues that are placed do not count as charging, but they can be placed in combat. So we're just going to go with the 1 blue that charged over here. He's going to get to go. So he's going to have 1 attack over here, hitting on a 4. That is a hit. Looking for that 6 again. No. And then the brims are going to be the regular combat into my combat specialist. 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. No hits. And now my combat specialist is going to attack back. He's going to put 2 into the blue horror, 1 into the brimstone, 2 into the blue horror. Going to be 2 hits. That's going to be 2 wounds. 2 5-ups. Oh, he makes 1, fails 1, so he pops.
Yep.
And then into the brim. That's a hit. That is a wound.
6.
6. No, he pops. Now one of the blues is going to attack into my Justicar over there. That's not a hit. And this guy's going to attack over here. That's going to be 1 hit. That will be a wound.
On the blue?
Into the blue, yeah.
Okay. 5? Nope.
Nope. Another blue into the Justicar over here.
4?
That's a hit. Need that again.
Did it again.
No. My Justicar will attack back 1 into each. The first one is a hit. That's not a wound. And that's not a hit. Ugh. Now the Brim over there is going to attack. Nope. That's no hits. So he's going to attack back into the Brim on the other side over there. That's a hit. That is a wound. 6 up save. No.
He goes away.
We're going to do both the blues over here. No hits. And then the other, might as well do the other Brim over here. That's 1 hit. Need a 6 again. No. And then the other Brim that popped up over here, going to attack. That's 1 hit. Need that 6 again. No. And that's going to be it for turn 5 here. We do have to roll to see if the demons are broken. Oh, and he's good yet again. Clutches it for 5 straight turns. So, that could be the end of the game here. So let's roll to see. No, it's going on to a turn 6. Initiative on turn 6. I get it with the Grey Knights. Movement phase for the Grey Knights here. My leader and my heavy both fell back towards the objective here, so they're both there at the objective. And then over here, these guys are just going to stay in combat because I figured there's not much I can do. This is the last turn, regardless, so that's all it's going to be. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the demons here on turn 6. Movement phase for the demons. These guys stayed in the middle there. All these guys over there fell back because they fell back. They were engaged at the beginning, so they fell back over here. So they're just outside of an inch of me over here. And these guys fell back towards my Justicar, so they're over there within an inch, or just outside of an inch. And then over here, everyone just kind of stood still. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, start with the psychic phase. My combat specialist is going to psych into the brimstone over there. That will go off on a 10, looking for an 11. No, does not get it. So that brimstone is popped. One of these blues is going to sidebolt into my combat specialist. That will go off on a 5.
I'm going to re-roll it.
You're going to re-roll it. Okay, yeah, he's going to re-roll it because you can.
Yep.
Absolutely. So he's just going to spend a CP to re-roll that. Oh, and he gets it with a 10. So I need to roll a 10 to deny it. And I do not. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that.
Yes.
No, I don't. So he pops there. Oh, that is killer. I forgot. We have to do an injury roll over here. I thought he was just dead. I keep forgetting about that. So here comes the injury roll. Cannot re-roll it, though. Ah, he takes a flesh wound. Killer.
He taught me.
All right, and now my demolition is going to pop that other brimstone. +1, so it is a 5, but you can try to deny it on a 6. And he does. Shooting phase, he is going to fire with 2 shots, so he's going to put 1 into each of them. We'll do the one on the right. So that's an auto hit, so it's strength 6, so wounding on a 2. No, and then the one on the left. Oh, dice. All right, so I have initiative here, so I'm going to put 1 into each, 1 into the brimstone over there. That's a hit. That is a wound. He's got 6 up. No, he will pop, and then the other into the blue. That's a hit. That's a wound. 5 up. No, turns into a brim. And now his brim attacks back over here. That is going to be 1 hit. That is not a wound. Alrighty, so that is going to be the end of turn 6. So that's the end of the game. And at the end of the game, my opponent, for me, I killed all of his specialists and his leader, which gives me 4 points based upon how we worked out the pointing for this game. My opponent controls this objective and this objective over here, giving him 4 points for a 4-4 tie. Killer. That was such a crazy game. That first turn that I had as the Grey Knights, I was like, oh boy, this is going to be rough. But the fact is that they just overwhelm you with numbers. It's just like, it starts with 10, and then all of a sudden there's 20, and then all of a sudden there's still like another 20. And it's just like, models are just like flying at you. Oh man, it's killer. I killed all of these. I killed all of these models. So I killed a lot. I killed a lot of models. But the fact is, they just kept coming back. And I think that's the benefit that the demons have, is that they can just keep coming back and just overwhelming you with numbers. And I mean, I had 5 models to start with. I lost 1. And it wasn't even a specialist, so he didn't get any points from killing. Which is why that one over there, that smite that he did there, re-rolling that smite, or the sidebolt, I was like, oh snap, that is a real smart move. And he got it. He killed me. And it was just if he had rolled a 4+, if he had rolled a 4+ on that injury roll, he would have been dead and he would have had a win by 1 point. So kudos. You were way closer to winning than I was, because he had so many models I wasn't going to be able to grab him off this objective for like another 2 turns or something like that. So killer game. So much fun. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Neil, and until next time, stay safe and have fun.